All right, I am live, everyone. So, hello to any and all newcomers. My name is Julie, and I welcome you all here. This is a very safe and inviting platform. So, before I get started, I would just like to address something that seems to be an issue with some certain subscribers. Is there's times I'm not able to give proper feedback for whatever reason. If I'm just too busy, I want to be able to get to everybody and properly give the full attention, but sometimes I'm in a hurry. Okay, so anyways, enough about that. I am going to be talking about how to stop victim mentality dead in its tracks. Okay, and I will also be addressing some of the questions that I have received via email and also in my chat. So before I get into how to stop your victim mentality immediately, I have permission from one of my subscribers to mention her name in this live stream. This seems to be a common theme with a lot of subscribers, and they email me the same issue about how they're trying to find a love interest, a love partner, and they're on dating sites and whatnot, and they seem to get into a good relationship. They think they're in a good relationship with somebody, and then all of a sudden, they just ghost them. Okay, they just. So this is a common thing. It seems to be an epidemic in our world today. Okay, and it happens to everyone, no matter if they're male or female or whatever age bracket they're in. It just seems to be happening a lot. So I want to address this right now. So this is what you do when someone that you think you have a connection with is suddenly out of nowhere, like there's no more communication, whether you're talking to them on the phone or emailing or texting. You need to match their energy. Okay, if they pull back, you need to pull back. Okay, you need to mirror them. Okay, and if you are looking for a lifelong partner, Susie, she said it was okay to say your name. And you keep encountering these guys on these dating sites or wherever you're meeting them, and they keep pulling back or ghosting, you're disappearing. The best way that you can show self-love, the best way you can show your confidence and your value for yourself is by pulling back yourself and let them have as much rope as they need. Don't go chasing anybody who doesn't want you back. Okay, I talked about having that journaling list, okay, where you write down the exact traits that you want your love partner or love interest to have. Okay, and when you know yourself intimately and you have self-love and you have self-confidence and you meet someone who you think, oh my gosh, this might be a potential soulmate partner or whatever, and everything's going great and the flow seems to be like magical. Okay, and then all of a sudden, poof, gone, they're gone, or they pull back and they disappear for no reason, no explanation. Well, they don't have to give you an explanation, but you need to make sure that you love yourself enough and value yourself enough to pull back too. Okay, if I know, Susie, you were telling me in your email that once they pulled back, you kept texting them and like bombarding them with text messages and emails and all that, and calling their phone over and over, like trying to get an explanation of why they ghosted you. Well, that is the wrong thing to do. Okay, there's many reasons why people pull back and ghost. Okay, and it's not our business unless they want to tell us. Okay, it is your business to take care of yourself first. You have to put yourself on the pedestal. Don't put anyone on a pedestal, ever. You come first. You have to have that self-love. And when I was talking yesterday about self-care, you have to take care of yourself. You have to guard your heart, because there's a lot of predators out there. There's a lot of people that want to use other people's energies. There's what I call energy vampires. And this is a real epidemic, folks. Okay, this happens to males, females of all ages. This isn't just a male problem. This is a female problem. I know females that do the same thing, and they're afraid of getting hurt, or they're feeling emotions that are just so overwhelming. They pull back, and the guy is like, what the heck? Everything was going great, And I hear it and see it like from everyone of all ages. And I've also experienced this myself a couple times. I don't usually get it as much. I haven't had that issue as much in my life because I'm usually pretty open and direct about where I stand. And so, and if someone comes along who stops giving me energy, then I stop giving them energy. It's simple. I love myself pretty damn well. Okay. I love myself a lot. And I'm always going to keep myself up here. And no one's going to bring me down. And that's the kind of love that you need to get to. If you're not at that point in your life to where you value yourself so much, you put yourself up here, okay? You need to put yourself up here, not the other person. The other person, if they've got issues, let them go deal with their issues. Do they have to give you an explanation of why they ghost you and pull back or ignore you and disappear off the face of the planet? No, they don't have to. It's not about them. And see, that's where you need to put your focus, take your focus and energies off of what they're doing and put them back on you and your life. If you don't have hobbies, if you don't have a life, well, you need to start getting a life. You need to start getting some hobbies. You need to start taking yourself out to eat. That's what I mean by self-care. Okay. You need to love yourself so much that you enjoy your own company. And I can tell you honestly, I enjoy my own company. Okay. I can make myself laugh and everything. If you guys were a fly on my wall, you'd see how happy of a person I am. And when you are a happy, fulfilled, complete person without anyone in your life, boom, out of nowhere, your soulmate or love partner is going to just waltz into your life, and you're just going to be like, wow, where did they come from? They will match your level of love and energy, okay? This is what I tell my clients. And so this is for you, Susie and Buster, because I think that you have the same issue with your female love interest disappearing on you. And I'm so sorry. I know this happens a lot. My goodness, there I go. Just boo, I went off. Forgot what I was talking about. You have to love yourself, folks. Okay. And if you don't, you need to get there, because that is the most important thing. It is your duty. It is your responsibility. It is your life. Okay. So you need to pick up your bootstraps, get back in the saddle, and take back control of your life. Okay. And the first step you need to do is get self-aware and start loving yourself. And later on in this video, after I talk about the victim mentality, I will give you a couple affirmations that you can use. But anyways, I hope that addresses, Susie and Buster, your questions that you had in regards to people ghosting. Okay, yes, it is frustrating, but there is people that have real issues out there. You have to understand that people become afraid. They have self-doubts. They have limiting beliefs. They're dealing with a heartache. They're dealing with all kinds of different things. And so you have to just take the focus on what they're doing and put it back on your life and get busy living, okay? If they are meant to be in your life, they'll come back. They'll come back. And I know a lot of times it's too late by the time they come back. I know it is for me when people like want to come back into my life after they've disappeared on me. I've already gone. I've moved on. It's like, I know my value. I know my worth, and so should you. And if their actions and words aren't measuring up to my soulmate list that I made, because I have a list of things that if they don't, that's another thing I wanted to discuss real quick before I get to the victim mentality, is when you write that list of traits that you want in your soulmate, and someone comes along in your life and they literally just come out of nowhere, and you think, wow, this might be the one. This might be my soulmate. This might be my forever partner. And it seems like that. It appears like that because in the first week or two, everything seems to kind of flow and you're getting along great. And then boom, they're gone, or they pull back. And so if that's not a trait that is on your soulmate list, you just go, okay, it's a red flag for me. I'm moving on. Okay. You have to get ruthless, people. Okay. you have to be ruthless. If you want to get to the one that loves you, you have to be ruthless. You have to take care of number one, you. Okay, what do you want? So now let's get into the victim mentality. I just wanted to cover all that briefly because it was on the forefront of my mind, and I wanted to make sure I answered all of my clients' questions. So now, how do we stop victim mentality? Okay, like smack dab in its tracks. Well, this is going to require a very strong mental shift. You have to have a strong mind and a conscious mind. You have to have the self-awareness, and you need to learn how to quickly transmute that energy. And I will help give you some techniques to do that, learn how to transmute any negative energy. Okay, so first, you're going to need to immediately interrupt that pattern. The moment that you catch yourself saying a negative thought, like, oh my gosh, why does this always happen to me? Oh my gosh, why do they always treat me this? Why do I always get dumped? Or why, woe is me? As soon as you start catching yourself in that negative spiraling trend, you stop right dead in its tracks, okay? And if you have to come up with a self mantra to do that, then later on I will give you an example of a self mantra, okay? But what you do is to stop that spiraling in negative mentality and victim mentality, you say, I refuse this reality. I refuse to accept these thoughts. I refuse to accept this reality. And you say, I create my reality, okay? And this will immediately disrupt that negative pattern. And what this is going to do is help break that pattern in your subconscious mind, because honestly, that is where everything is wreaking havoc, is in your subconscious mind. You have patterns and everything. So hold on, I am going to, before I go on, I want to address what Dave is saying. Always been woo. Oh, my whole life. I'm old now, but it still bothers me when I talk to someone. It just comes over me. Confirmations won't change my smile. Confirmations won't. Okay, I can't say that. Okay, Dave, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? So you have low self-concept, okay? Now there's many ways that, well, the most important way you can beef up your self-concept is by reprogramming your subconscious mind by positive affirmations, okay? And later on in this video, I will be sharing some positive affirmations that have to do with beefing up your self-concept, okay? It is important to have a stellar, stout self-concept, folks, okay? This is your life. This is your world. You got one shot, okay? At least right now you do. You need to live in the present moment. And if there is something great in your life, then I would hold on to it with all of your might. And if not, if that person isn't treating you good, you let them go, because that leaves room for the right person to come into your life, okay? And if they really want to seek out your friendship and love, then they will come forward and move forward towards you. You two will move forward towards each other, okay? And as far as your self-concept, it is vital to have a strong self-concept and self-love, especially in relationships. So as far as you having a bad self-concept about your looks, well, like I said, we're going to go over the affirmations later, and then you can take inspired actions or whatever. But we need to learn to use tools to reprogram our subconscious mind. So I want to get back to the victim mentality. And Dave, I will get back to you and give you some affirmations, I promise. And you're always welcome. All of you that are here joining me, welcome. If you're new, I appreciate you being here and watching and supporting me. I'm new to YouTube. I have been on YouTube for a little over 4 months, going on 5 months, I think now. And I'm still learning the ropes, and I'm still trying to grow my community. And I love you all so much. You guys every single one of you matter to me. Okay, I care about all of you. You are all loved and taken care of here. And I want all of you to feel welcome and secure here. And so let's get back to the victim mentality. And so disrupting that pattern of negative thoughts of, oh, woe is me, why does this always happen to me, victim mentality, okay? Because the truth is none of us are victims, okay? We have the power to transform our own lives. And when you start blaming other people for why you are feeling and doing the things you're doing, you have given your power away, okay? It's time to take that power back and say, no, dang it, I don't accept that. I don't accept that behavior. I don't accept someone telling me those things. I don't accept what was done to me. And you transmute that energy and put it into what you want, okay? And, aw, dang, you look hot. Okay, you're funny. All right. I will get back to you, Dave. I promise. Bear with me. I really kind of wanted to stay with the flow of the victim mentality, okay? Because this is another epidemic. Not only is the ghosting, okay, and if someone is a mature adult, they will communicate with you openly as a mature adult. They won't play games, okay? And if you are looking for a soulmate, Susie and Buster, then, like I said, you have to get ruthless, okay? If they are disrespecting you, if they're pulling back, if they're ignoring you, if they're not matching your energy, you pull back. You do not give more energy and put your energy into someone who is barely, if they're giving you breadcrumbs, are they even worth your time, Susie and Buster, okay? And I know it sounds like I'm spanking y'all, but sometimes you need a reality check, okay? You really have to take care of yourself. Now, this victim mentality is another epidemic that's sweeping our nation. Most people, are like, oh my gosh, now I got to deal with the hand I was dealt. And whoa, why does this always happen to me? And, I think I've done that maybe once or twice in my life. I don't tend to have that victim mentality. I know that what transpires in my life is all due to my thoughts. Okay. What is going on up in here? What's going on up in here? What are you thinking? Okay. What's going on in that hamster wheel? And why are you sabotaging yourself? And why are you self-sabotaging your life and your dreams? Okay. You say you want a life partner, or you say you want a dream home, or you want a better career, but yet your thoughts are in direct conflict with what you want. And you need to change that. And then I'm going to tell you how to do that. So I said you need to immediately disrupt that pattern, okay, immediately, and say, I refuse to accept this reality. I refuse to accept what that person's saying or doing to me. I refuse to accept these negative thoughts that are going on in my head. I refuse all of that, okay? And so, pardon me, everyone. I have got to get some water. Oh, it's going to close up. Oh my goodness. I think I was a fish in my last life. Okay, anyways. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, then you need to shift into creator mode, okay? And you ask yourself the most powerful version of yourself and how you should. I'm sorry, I got my notes all here falling apart, and I'm trying to keep everything. Okay, so you want to ask yourself, what can I do right now to shift the energy and reframe your perspective, okay? Because when you do that, that literally puts you back in control. Now, another way that you can shake off that negative energy that is either coming from you or other people, but it's usually you, okay, we're talking about you right now, is to physically shake it off. Stand up, shake your body, and just go for a walk. You need to get rid of that negative energy. What I used to do when negative energy either was from myself, negative thoughts, or from others, I used to go to the gym and work out for 4 hours straight. And believe me, it works. when you exercise and take care of yourself. That goes back to self-care, which I spoke about yesterday in my live feed, is self-care. Take care of yourself. Take yourself out to eat. Go to the gym. Go for that long walk by yourself. I do everything by myself. So anyways, let's get back to that. So another thing that I will do when I want to shake off the negative energy that's going off inside my head is I will stop and take very deep breaths, okay? You can even get into a meditative state. Now, I personally did this, okay? This helped me a lot to stop that victim mentality dead in its tracks. Was I created a custom self-concept mantra. And this helps you literally shift out of that victim mode rapidly and swiftly, okay? So what you'll want to say is, I am the unstoppable force that shapes my reality. Nothing controls me, okay? This is what you need to say. I command my destiny, okay? And you guys are all the masters and rulers of your world. And when you start saying, oh my gosh, woe is me, why do they always do this to me? Why do women always leave me? Why do men always leave me? You are giving your power away to them, okay? And you're going to be miserable. So take back your power like this. I know I'm the master, the creator, the limitless force of my own life, okay? Own your life. Own your mistakes. Forgive yourself. Do whatever you need to do to get in harmony with your heart and your soul, okay? If you feel someone's wronged you, then address it. Don't ignore it. Face your demons, face your traumas, face your heartaches head on. Don't negate them. Don't sweep them under the rug, okay? Be a human, embrace your emotions, deal with the feelings and the emotions, deal with it. Okay, time is of essence. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. So why are you all taking your time getting to know yourself, which is the most important thing in this world for you to do? That's the only thing you should be doing, honestly. If you want to spend, you're sitting around watching video games or drinking your life away or whatever, I'm sorry. You're a waste of space, in my opinion, okay? You should be digging deep within your soul and your heart and finding out why you do the things you do, why you say the things you say, and deal with it swiftly, because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And so all of you lagging and taking your time, dragging your feet is disgusting to me, okay? And that's the Scorpio in me talking, okay? Because Scorpios, we're strong. We don't take BS. You don't take BS from anybody, okay? I don't. Anyway, so that victim mentality, it needs to be dealt with. Now, I've got some affirmations. This hopefully will help you, Dave. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love this camera, guys. It follows me wherever I go. Okay, anyways. Here are some affirmations that I made up today. These are brand new affirmations. Fresh off the press, you all. Fresh off the press. Okay. Now, this is going to help you with not only your victim mentality, these affirmations, but this is also going to help you with your self-concept. Okay, so they go in tandem. They go in hand. So pay attention, Dave. Pay attention, Susie, Buster, anyone else out there that is having self-concept issues or self-identity issues, and you need to reprogram your subconscious mind, point blank. That it's the reality of it. Okay, and the work is up to you. I can give you these tools, okay, whether it's online here in a video or you can totally contact me via my email, okay? And you can find that in my description box on my channel. And I'll put the link in the video, my email link in the video after my live feed, okay? And so you can contact me. I will personalize affirmations for you and a full-on life transformational coaching program for you, okay? It'll be personalized just for you and the issues that you're dealing with. And it can be for any issues whatsoever that you're dealing with, okay? Doesn't matter what it is, I'm there for you. So you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. I can't do the work for you, Okay, I'm not going to babysit you. I'm just going to give you very powerful tools that you need to implement if you want to change your life. If you really are serious about changing your life and manifesting and creating the life that you've always dreamed of, you have to take your life seriously, okay? And you know what? I'm about ready to get that whip out. Anyways, okay, so here's some affirmations for you all. I know that I am a limitless creator. Now you say this out loud, script it or think it or visualize it. If you are one of those people that has a crazy imagination, you visualize everything all the time, then you can feel the power that you have, okay? And like I was saying yesterday, in that if a negative thought starts going off in your mind, and you have to consciously catch that, okay? You have to start becoming consciously aware of those negative victim mentality thoughts going off. And you just say no. And that interrupts the pattern right there. You say, no, I don't accept these thoughts. I do not accept these words, these thoughts. This is not my reality, okay? You say no right away. Say it out loud. You have to scream it. I don't care what you have to do. You need to do it, okay? You need to learn to disrupt that pattern. And then you just need to start replacing those negative victim mentality thoughts with things like, I know I am the master creator of my reality, okay? No one will have power over me. I am the creator. I know I'm a limitless creator of my reality, of my world, okay? I am the alpha and the omega of my world. And that's what I say. So another thing you can say if you're having issues with love partners is, and this will also help with your self-concept as well, okay, is I know I am worthy of love, respect, and all good things in life, okay? And let's see here. Another affirmation I wrote today for you all is, I am the perfect version of myself, and I embrace my uniqueness, okay? Embrace yourself. Embrace who you are right now. Accept who you are right now. It's okay if you still have trauma and other things you need to deal with. We all have little things that we still need to work on. Some have bigger issues than others, but as long as you're still working on them and moving in the right direction and you're progressing, then amen, okay? And I'm not even religious. Where'd that come from? Must have been that programming shoved in my face when I was right out of the womb. Okay, so anyways, here's another affirmation that I encourage you to use. Now, if any of these affirmations resonates with you, I would love for you to adopt them, if not customize them, make them personal for you, okay? So here is something else for self-love and self-concept. This is another affirmation I created today for all of you, okay? It says, my love for myself grows stronger each day, okay? And I fully embrace who I am, okay? And here's another one for self-concept. I know that I am confident and I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to, okay? So here's some affirmations to get you started. As far as having issues with physical, say you don't like your hair, your teeth, your body, or whatever, I would just stand in front of the mirror and say, you know, I have an amazing body. I have a beautiful smile. You know, I know that I will always have a beautiful smile, and I know I will always be loved just the way I am. I am perfect in the way that I am. And, you know, those are the sorts of affirmations that I would start saying daily on a regular basis, okay? Don't get soft on me, folks. Don't get soft on me. You have to put the work in, okay? I can't be visiting you all at your houses and come on now, get with those affirmations, you know, get with the visualizations, get with the program, no, because you have a unique situation, okay? And that's why I encourage you all to reach out to me if you need extra guidance. And right now, for at least one more month, I'm offering free life transformational coaching, and I would be more than happy to help you all, okay? And if I were you, I'd take advantage of that. Really? It's free. Oh, you have to be just like a zombie not to even understand that free coaching, really? Okay. I've seen what other coaches charge out there, you guys, okay? And then it's hard times right now. A lot of people can't afford, $300 for an hour session to have life coaching with somebody or manifesting coaching or whatever it is you need. So I'm going to be giving free life transformational coaching for at least one more month. And I would take advantage of that if y'all had 2 brain cells to rub together. So anyways, I'm here for y'all, okay? And I love you all so much. And if you're new to my channel, yay! I am so happy to have you. And again, there's sometimes I'm not able to properly respond the way I would like to every single comment. There's times I think I've even gone a couple days and didn't even notice that someone left me a comment on one of my videos. And I was like, oh my gosh. And sometimes I only have a couple minutes where I can just do something real quick, write something real quick. And then I've gone back to many comments later on when I've had time to actually sit down and get personal with the comments and then write what I really want to write. So don't take anything personally on this channel. I really try my best to make everyone feel welcomed here, appreciated, especially if you're leaving me comments and you're watching my videos. I really want that engagement. I want that personal engagement with you all so much. Like I desire that with my community. And you all are very special to me. Okay. So, I really, honestly, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So you guys get the credit. I'm trying to do my best to share my personal knowledge and experience. I have read a million books in my life. And so, yes, I could be up here, quoting Neville Goddard and many others, Alan Watts, and there's so many authors I have read. But I think what's most important is that you hear what I have to say based on my personal experiences. To me, that holds more weight. Because I've read so many books in Neville Goddard, and honestly, there were some things in his books that I didn't agree with. There were some things, yes, I did, was online, in alignment with. There are some things I'm like, no, no. I know we all have our unique experiences in life. Okay, we all are going to be going through different experiences. Okay, so. Anyways, I hope that I have addressed everyone's questions. I am paying attention to the live feed. And if you all just want to say hi to me, tell me where you're from. Tell me if you have had these struggles with the victim mentality. I would love to hear from all of you, okay? And if I don't address you right away or in the way that you think I should right away, please give me some time. Be patient with me because there's times where I'm so busy, okay, doing a million things in my life, okay? And I do love you all sincerely. So I want to get to, and I've covered the victim mentality, and you all can reach out to me via email if you need some more help in that regards. I'm sorry if I'm making all this noise, but I want to get to what I want to get rid of all this stuff. It's in my way. So. I have bullet notes everywhere, folks. They're taking over my desk. So I'm going to put my second eyes on because I want to read this to you. I have to read this to you because this is something I just researched and everything, and it's kind of new to me. It's something I haven't really researched a whole lot in the past, but I came across this. And it's all about soulmates, okay? And this is according to the Kabbalah, okay? This is according to Kabbalah mysticism and Jewish mysticism, and it's all about soulmates. And so I'm just going to start reading this to you, and you can hopefully stick around if you're interested in what the Kabbalah has to say about what the soulmate really is and all that sort of thing. So in Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism, a soulmate is referred to as the shart, which is it meaning a divine destined partner. Okay. The concept goes far beyond romantic love. It is a deeply spiritual, and it is rooted in the idea that souls are predestined. Okay. They're predestined to unite in order to fulfill their divine purpose. And Kabbalah's key teaching on soulmates is one soul has two halves, okay? And this is what the Zohar says. So according to the Zohar, which is the main Kabbalah text, before a soul comes into this world, it exists as one whole in the higher spiritual realms. Before birth, it is split into two halves, okay? I found this very interesting. Okay, so one enters into a male body and the other into a female body. The purpose of life is to reunite with your other half and spiritually elevate each other, okay? And that's another thing you should be looking for in your love partner is, are you both spiritually elevating each other and being a spiritual inspiration for each other, okay? If you don't have that, if it's lopsided and one-sided, then run, make room for that soulmate to actually come in, for that right partner to come in, okay? Because that is one thing that I believe, that when you do meet your true soulmate, you both will be you not only will be running to each other, okay, it won't be lopsided, and everything will flow, okay, easily and effortlessly and harmoniously, and no one will be pulling back because they will just know. And you will elevate each other spiritually. So according to the Zohar and Talmud text, the Talmud states 40 days before a child is conceived, a divine voice announces, daughter of so-and-so is destined for so-and-so. However, free will and spiritual growth determine when and if the meeting happens in a lifetime. The soulmate must be earned. Okay, so you got to earn your soulmate. The Zohar teaches that a soulmate is not just found, but earned through spiritual work. Isn't that fascinating, everyone? If y'all have any comments in regards to this, let me know. Give me your thoughts. I would love to hear what you have to think about all this. To me, it's kind of fascinating. So you want to practice self-purification and personal growth, okay? And this is what I actually, before I even discovered this, and this is what I've been preaching to people my whole life, even early in my early 20s, is you need to go within and take care of yourself and take care of your spiritual life. You need to do some self-cleansing, some spiritual cleansing. This is exactly what this is saying: self-purification and personal spiritual growth. If you are not spiritually growing, you might not ever get a soulmate, okay? Because you're not earning it. So sometimes people marry a first level mate, but if they evolve spiritually, they may later meet a higher soulmate, one that is more aligned for their elevated state, okay? And so sometimes if you're spiritually evolving, but the person that you married the first time around isn't spiritually evolving, then later in life you will meet a second soulmate that is more spiritually aligned with you, okay? And you want to be in alignment with another soul, another spirit, okay? And Susie, I don't mean to pick on you. I know when you listen to this video later on, okay, don't think I'm picking on you, but you said it was okay to say your name, and sorry, but anyways, you need to have self-love and self-care and be growing spiritually, okay? So some relationships feel like soulmates, but are actually soul correction relationships, okay? Meaning they are partners who come into your life to help you clear past karma and grow spiritually. A true soulmate relationship, according to the Kabbalah, brings peace and balance. Listening, Susie? So if they're ghosting you and ignoring you, I'm sorry, that's not peace and balance. That's someone who's messed up. You need to let them go. And so The soulmate relationship, according to Kabbalah, brings peace, balance, and divine purpose rather than chaos and struggle. So if someone is coming to your life and everything is going great for 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, maybe even 3 months, even 6 months, everything's just like, wow, this could be my soulmate. Oh my gosh. As soon as there's game playing and chaos and struggles and someone's pulling away and disappearing and not even communicating why, so that's not your soulmate, folks. Okay? Take the cues, stay self-aware, and stay true to yourself and what you want in a partner. If you don't want game playing and testing and all that, then as soon as you see that sort of behavior in someone, run, go away, let them go. If they want to move away from you, let them go, folks, because this is your life. This is your time. This is your energy. If you're putting, your energy into somebody and they're not giving it back, at least at the same level, then you're wasting your precious time and life. Move on, because then that leaves room for the right person to come into your life, okay? That will bring you harmony and peace and elevate you spiritually, okay? It can't be lopsided. You can't be the one always putting in all the effort and spiritually trying to uplift someone and prop them up, and yet they're just giving you breadcrumbs. A text message here, a phone call here, and it's just sporadic and it's just whenever, you got to have some self-love there. Okay. We got to beef that up. So anyways, I'm sorry, but I've been getting a lot of emails from people that are having issues with their dates and supposed love interest or whatever. And I'm really sorry to hear that, because I dealt with that before in my past. And I know that it's very frustrating that, people just have no self-respect or dignity or common decency to even say, hey, I'm disappearing and this is why, bye, they just. So I'm sorry, Susie, that you're going through that. Really, I have compassion for people that are shit on, and I don't like to curse at all, but I really feel for you, okay? And it has happened to me, believe it or not, a couple times. And I just move on. I move on because as soon as I move on, boom, right around the corner, there's someone better. There's someone who will measure up to my list, okay? You guys, don't ever settle for less than what you want, okay? Don't ever settle. Like I said, if you have self-love and self-care, take yourself out to eat. Take yourself out to a masseuse, spend time with yourself, go for a walk by yourself. And if not, then join some clubs. If you like to ski, go join a ski club, and maybe you'll meet your partner there. But honestly, some of you are so messed up. And if you don't have that self-love, you might attract somebody and repel them in the same day. And I've seen it happen. Okay, so let's get back to this Kabbalah and the soulmate thing. And the divine purpose. Oh, wait, let me back up. Yeah, just scratching it back up. Okay, so according to Kabbalah, the soulmate your true soulmate will bring you peace and balance and divine purpose rather than chaos and struggle. The goal and purpose of a soulmate union is not just love, but spiritual elevation and world transformation together. Soulmates create light in this world. I like that. Okay, so in the Kabbalah, a soulmate is more than just a romantic partner. It is your other half, divinely designed to help you fulfill your mission in this lifetime. However, meeting your soulmate requires inner spiritual work. Okay? And if you're spiritually evolved, you won't be getting involved with people that have third parties, and you won't be a husband or wife that's having an affair, okay? We're not talking about that. That's not divinely inspired. I'm sorry, that's not divine. Now, are you wondering if you can have more than one soulmate? Are you all wondering if you can have more than one soulmate? Because I know that was a question that I had, and that's why I looked into the Kabbalah, okay? Well, according to the Zohar, a person can have their first soulmate, and then if they evolve spiritually, or due to karmic reasons, then they are allotted a second soulmate that aligns with their spiritual growth. Okay, so obviously there'll be a break with the first soulmate so they can align with their new soulmate. Okay, this is according to the Kabbalah. I'm not making this stuff up, you guys. Kabbalah teachings that souls do. Okay, the Kabbalah does teach that souls do reincarnate. Souls do reincarnate. Oh wow. To finish unfinished work. Okay. That one's kind of hard for me to grasp. I don't know about all of you. Do you all believe in reincarnation? Because I'm not sure. I mean, this is all fascinating research that I've done, but I'm not sure if I can grasp the reincarnation part of it. I mean, maybe you guys can. I don't know. But let me know in the comments. Okay, so anyways, if someone fails to unite with their destined soulmate in one lifetime, their soul may be sent back in another life to meet either the same soulmate or a new soulmate who will help them complete their soul correction. And I might have to do another video about soul correction. So anyways, so multiple soulmates can happen for different purposes. Okay, so some soulmates come into your life for healing and growth and evolution, but they may not be a lifetime partner. Okay, and this soulmate can be anybody. It can literally be a friend, family member, even when your siblings or child or whatever. It could be anybody. But anyway, so according to this, though, it sounds like a lifetime partner. So maybe I'm wrong. And they can, and this type of I call it the fake soulmate. Okay. The fake soulmate that comes before your real soulmate shows up. This is what they say in like the twin flames. But anyways, so they can feel really intense according to the Zohar, and it can feel like they were your soulmate. You know, the intensity's there and it's real. But their purpose is to resolve unfinished business. Okay. So, and I've talked to some of you all who have thought that you've met your soulmate, and I have thought I have met my soulmate. And lo and behold, they weren't. They were there just for soul correction and to learn a life lesson. That's usually what soul correction means. So if you really have thought you've met your soulmate, and then there's all, this and that going on, and it's chaotic, and then there's a third party or whatever, and, they're not meant to be in your life forever. They're there for just to teach you a lesson. And that's called soul correction. So anyways, now a true soulmate, we're getting back to the true soulmate now. Okay. So your true soulmate will bring you peace, balance, and spiritual alignment rather than constant struggle. Okay. And I'm sorry, y'all, if you have a third party situation and you think that's your soulmate, I'm sorry, that's a struggle. That's an issue. That's not divine. Okay. They are not your soulmate. Sorry. Anyways, now if someone does not do their inner work, their inner spiritual work, they may miss out on their first soulmate. And instead, they will attract a different partner who is a reflection of their current spiritual level. So yes, the Kabbalah acknowledges multiple soulmates depending on your past lives and your spiritual growth and divine timing. Okay, so I had to do some digging for you all and for myself in regards to what the Kabbalah had to say about reincarnation and soulmates. And so I'm sorry if I interrupted myself during that, but I just had some points to make that hopefully will help some of you all out there. Anyways, now the last thing I want to talk about is why does moon sign compatibility matter in love? Okay. And I'm going to try to briefly touch on this. This is something that is important. It's not the end all and be all on how you want to surmise your soulmate compatibility with somebody. If you're looking for a love partner and you have a love interest or whatever, it is a good idea to definitely take a look at both of your natal birth charts and see if there's an alignment there. See if there's compatibility there, especially in regards to your moon sign, okay? And I'm going to give you a quick example of two moon signs that are not compatible. Scorpio and Sagittarius moon signs are not compatible, okay? Or a Scorpio moon sign and a Leo moon sign, they're not typically compatible. That doesn't mean that they couldn't get along, okay? It depends on if both people are spiritually evolved, if both people are spiritually, like I just said spiritually evolved, if both people are mature and have great communication skills, and it really depends on spiritual transformation and evolution. If someone does not have good communication skills or they don't communicate at all, you don't want that kind of person in your life anyways, okay? And it won't really matter what their moon sign is. If they've got some major issues, it won't matter, okay? It takes two evolving spirits to come together and make something happen and substantial. So why does moon sign compatibility matter in love? Well, your moon sign dictates how you express your emotions, okay? And what makes you feel secure. So for instance, I have Scorpio moon sign, okay? So your moon sign governs your emotions, your inner world, and how you connect on a deep level subconsciously with another person, okay? Or with your partner. So for example, Scorpio moons are so intense, okay? You think a Scorpio sun sign is intense or whatever, or even a rising sign, but the Scorpio moon it's all about emotions, okay? And I can tell you from personal experience that I need someone that's stable, who's not going to be flighty, who's not going to love bomb me and then disappear. Okay, to me, that's unstable, and I won't deal with it. I won't deal with it. The Scorpio moon signs, we need stability. We need someone who's consistent in their love, consistent in their communications, and are extremely loyal and extremely open. And they have to be a safe place for Scorpio moons to communicate with, because Scorpio moons will stay closed up and very secretive if they don't feel like their partner is safe for them. If their partner is ignoring them, calling them names, abusing them, or whatever, well, Scorpio, first of all, probably just walk away, because I know personally I don't tolerate any of that. I have such high honor for myself that I won't tolerate dishonor. So a great compatible moon sign for Scorpio moon would be like a Virgo moon or a Capricorn moon or another Scorpio moon. But that would get really intense, but at least we would understand each other. And even a possible Leo moon. Now that's a possibility. But usually the earth sign moons would be compatible with a water sign moon. So basically, if you want someone who's compatible with you on an emotional level, and say, for instance, you are an earth moon sign, you want to either stick with other earth moon signs or water signs, okay? I'm not saying that is the end all and be all. This is just a reference point, a guide for you. It's just another tool you can use to guide you in compatibility. Now, I do know people that have birth charts that seem incompatible, but because both people are spiritually evolved and their souls are evolved and all that, they make it work. They make it work no matter what the natal birth chart says, okay? And like I said, your natal birth chart is a blueprint, but it can be totally changed, okay? You learn your challenges and your struggles when you look at your natal birth chart, and you work on those challenges, okay? So for Scorpio moons or Scorpio suns or Scorpio signs, we're intense as, you know what? Hellfire, okay? We're intense. We're passionate. I'll tell you that, I could take someone out with my eyes, just my stare alone. Okay. If you had done me wrong, hell will be following you, and I won't have to lift a finger. I'm just a powerful person. But that Scorpio energy is so powerful, so intense. And it would take an earth sign, an earth moon sign, someone really stable to absorb all of that intense energy of a Scorpio. Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, whatever. But Scorpio moons, telling you, don't mess with the Scorpio moon sign. Especially females. We're natural sorcerers. So anyways, enough of that. So if you have a fire moon signs, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius moon sign, you're going to be most compatible, emotionally speaking, with another fire sign or an air sign. So if you're a Leo moon, you would be compatible with a Libra moon, okay? Or Gemini moon or whatever. I know darn well water signs, normally speaking, especially people are not evolved. Water signs and air signs aren't compatible because fire signs are a lot more easy to get along with than an air sign, because air signs are so flighty. They're really flighty. They just, they come into your life and then they flitter right out, and they're just not a safe place for a water sign. There's not a water moon sign. So anyways, I wanted to touch on that briefly. So you'll just have a lot more harmonious life if you spiritually evolve, if you have self-love, if you have self-awareness, you learn discernment, and the power of knowing yourself, okay? It is important that you know yourself. You are the book and the novel that needs to be read on a daily basis until you have mastered yourself. And even when you think you've mastered yourself, there's always a higher level. There's always higher learning. You should always be transforming and evolving your spiritual life. If you're not, then I just think you're dead, okay? To me, people, I look, when I walk outside, when I take walks or go into the stores, or I'm out there in public and stuff, I see a bunch of dead people, a bunch of zombies that are just walking around, woe is me, and I have to accept this lot in life, la, 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 la. And then they start blaming everyone else for their problems in life. And no, I'm sorry, you need to look in here. It all starts in here, your heart, your mind. And everyone is you pushed out. Everyone is you pushed out, okay? And some of us just, we're at a higher level. And I'm because I'm 100% self-aware, and I'm able to stop my negative thoughts or intrusive thoughts in a nanosecond, whether it's my negative thoughts or someone else's negative energies coming towards me. I can stop it dead in its tracks. I can sniff it out before it even happens. And most of the time I know it's going to happen. Okay. But I stop it dead in its tracks and I say, no, I don't accept these intrusive negative thoughts. It doesn't matter if it's my own negative thoughts or someone else's intrusive negative thoughts. I can stop it on a dime. I just say, no, I don't accept this. This is not my reality. I don't accept this at all. And then I command, okay, I take my power back immediately and say, no, this is the way it's going to be, period. And if any and all of you, really want to stop that victim mentality and get right with yourself, start becoming more self-aware, level up. There's going to be a lot of people, you might lose a lot of people in your journey when you're leveling up. And the more you level up and you're at a different level, you're now exposed to new rewards in life and new opportunities and wisdom and knowledge that the person below you is not going to understand. They won't be able to see it. They won't be able to understand you. And they're still down there at level 1, wandering around aimlessly, miserable as hellfire. And you're up here now at level 50. Okay. And you have gained so much knowledge and wisdom, and you're spiritually evolving, and you should continue to spiritually evolve in your soul and your spirit. Okay. They are not going to understand you, and you're going to have to be prepared to let people go. Friends, family, doesn't matter, because you have to carry on. Your soul purpose and responsibility is spiritually evolving and continuing to do that and continuing to know yourself intimately. I'm not talking about, oh, I know myself well. I know what my favorite color is. No. Ask yourself, why do I get angry with people who do this or that? Okay, why do I get angry at the drop of a dime? Or why do I get frustrated at the drop of, ask yourself the serious questions. I don't care if you think you know yourself and your favorite color and your favorite number or whatever. Whoop-de-doo-doo-dah. It's not going to do anything. Whoa, so anyways, but you'd be surprised people they think that they know themselves because they happen to know their favorite color. No, you don't know yourself. You don't know why you do what you do. If you don't know why you say the things you say, you don't know why you hurt people with your words or your text messages or comments, or why you disappear and leave people hanging, you need to figure out why you do those things. It's not our responsibility to fix you. You have to fix yourself. It's your responsibility to seek out those tools, okay? If you have a serious problem with any of those things, ghosting people, pulling back from people, you're scared, you're fearful, well, I'm here to tell you all, you need to fix you. And if you are fearing anything, you're not supposed to be fearing anything. And that right there is going to hold you back from getting and achieving peace and love and harmony and receiving that love partner that you so desire. Okay? I'm just telling you, this is facts, folks. I'm telling you straight from a horse's mouth, personal experience. I've been through this more times than I would have liked to. Okay? I am on my own soulmate journey. Okay? And I'm not going to settle for less than what I want. And what I want is someone who's attentive and loving and kind and caring and patient and understanding, not someone who's going to breadcrumb me and then disappear. Sorry, I'm worth way more than that, and so should you feel the same about yourself, okay? You should not ever let anyone breadcrumb you. You should not ever let anyone control you, okay? Don't ever give your control away to anyone else. No. If they are not matching your energy, if they are not, you pull back and go. Let them go. Give that person as much space as they want, okay? And if they don't give you a reason, then you definitely need to run, okay? You need to run. So, anyways, fear sounds healthy to you. Oh, okay. Hi, John. But that's a limiting belief that you have, John, about vanity. I have a high self-concept and all that, but what matters is the condition of someone's heart. It's not about vanity. If you think vanity is bad, well, then that's your belief. You have the power to believe whatever you want about whatever word you want and whatever you think is vanity. In my world, I make the rules, and I don't think vanity is a bad thing. I think people should have a very stellar self-concept. And for me, I have a very strong, stout self-concept. But I'm also kind and loving to people, and I'm compassionate, and my heart is pure. So fear can be healthy in some instances. I have to agree with you on that, John Easton. So I appreciate you saying that. And definitely, yes, because there has been times where I felt fear, and I don't fear hardly anything in my life, but tell you what, but when I have definitely felt fear, it was because I was heading towards dangerous waters. So you are absolutely right about that. But if you fear the love of someone else, I'm sorry, you need to check yourself. If you fear the possibility of having an incredible relationship with somebody that is treating you great and everything is going great, and you fear losing them, I'm sorry, you need to check yourself in here. Okay? There is things that, yes, you should fear. Like if you're heading towards walking into bear territory, you might get your head ripped off. Yeah, you need to be fearful of that happening and listen to that. So in that regards, yes, but when it comes to relationships, if you are fearing anything, you need to look inside, okay? So let's just get real here. This is your world. This is your life. And if whatever you deem is good and right, will be so for you. Okay. And that's, limiting beliefs need to go bye-bye. You need to suspend your limiting beliefs. You'll never grow and spiritually grow if you have limiting beliefs. And that's why you need to do the self-work, what I call, John, the self-check-ins. Every day you need to check in with yourself and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Are these feelings in alignment with my goals and desires? My true heart's desires, okay? If you are desiring a soulmate, but yet you fear the person that's come into your life that is treating you great, and you fear that, then you need to do a lot more introspect work and find out why in the world are you fearing something that is so good, okay? It's not the other person, it's you. Now, I appreciate, oh, hi, John. And I think you're new to my channel. I don't know, but I welcome you here anytime. And I encourage you to look at my other videos. I talk about all different sorts of topics on here. Let me back up, because I think that, oh yeah, okay, I did read that one. How do you have self-love without crossing over vanity? So in my world, there's no such thing as vanity. All there is just self-love. If you can't love yourself and accept yourself, you cannot have a thriving, harmonious relationship with anyone else. Oh, okay, you're a first time viewer. All right, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes, I'm a very positive person. Okay, I don't see the glass half empty. I see it full, or I see a glass of wine. So, anyways, and I don't even drink. I'm so glad you're here, John. Yes. This channel I started because I have a passion to help people. I have a passion deep in my heart and my soul, okay, to really inspire everyone to grow and take back their power in life, okay? Yes, I do talk about different topics once in a while, like the Nephilim, the dragon bloodlines, and anything that's magical that ties into manifesting. But overall, my channel is based on self-improvement, okay? And manifesting and creating and all that is all tied into that. And of course, astrology. I do love astrology. That's just one of my pastime hobbies that I find fascinating. So I like to tie in astrology with manifesting as well. So anyways, but yeah, it's people like you and Dave and Dawn and Susie and Miss Lady J and Daniel and so many others that keep me inspired to go and help you guys grow. Okay. And John, if you have any issues, my email will be in the description box or my channel description. And any and all of you here that are new, and if you need any sort of life transformational coaching, I encourage you to reach out to me, because for at least one more month, I am giving that coaching out for free, okay? And I make everything personalized to you. So I'm so happy to have you here, John. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate that. It really makes this all worth it when people chime in and share with me their feelings, share with me what your thoughts are on everything. And, we don't have to agree on everything. I'm at a different level than most people. I don't see things in a negative light. And if any negativity comes towards me, I transmute it immediately. I've learned to do that. Now, 4 years ago, if you talked to me 4 years ago, John or Susie or any of you, Dave, I didn't know how to transmute energy for about 4.5 years ago. Okay. I was like 90% self-aware. I was getting there, but I still hadn't mastered energy transmutation. So now that I know how to do that, there's nothing that no one can do to bring me down. And so with that being said, I think I have covered everything that I wanted to in this video. I want to just let you all know that I will be going live at least 3 times a week now. I still will be uploading regular videos, and they will be coming soon. In the meantime, I will be trying to do as many live shows for you as possible. I find this is more personal for me. It seems more real, and maybe even for you all out there that are watching, maybe it feels more personal to you also, that while I'm prattling on, you can inject a comment or pose a question for me, and I'm more than happy to address all of your questions, or even just sharing your experiences with me, because this is going to be a very safe place for everyone to share their struggles and experiences, because you know what, we're all human, we all have struggles, you know, we all have dealt with trauma in our life, some to a much higher degree than others, and so we should all be uplifting each other and helping inspire each other, be an inspiration for each other. And so I don't want any Debbie Downers in my, but even if there is a Debbie Downer, I will still try to help you evolve, of course. But anyways, it is so wonderful. Thank you so much, John Easton. And yeah, I have a lot of energy, and it's all positive and it's happy, and it's a positivity that is streaming. Angels. Now, is that an actual name of a YouTube channel? Because I don't think I've heard of Angels. I will check them out though. Oh my God, really? Okay, I will totally check that. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I am totally going to research them and find them. And yeah, you know, I've been looking for, I wouldn't say so much a mentor, but I guess in regards, a mentor or a co-op, you know, with somebody that was similar to me. And it's the most positive show. And oh no, I got competition. I'm just kidding. I don't see it like that. But that's awesome, because I also love listening to other positive YouTube shows. I'm not really a competitive person. I used to be. My less evolved years, I was a little more competitive, because that's how my dad, programmed me, as you know, gotta be better than everyone. But I'm no longer that way. I actually am very competitive with myself, and I love bringing everyone up with me. The ones that want to come up with me, I want to bring with me, but they have to put in the work, y'all. I have to put in the work. Okay, I'm not going to be babysitting y'all. So you know what? I am going to totally check them out. John, thank you so much. Yeah, that's cool. I'm anxious to go check them out and see how much alike we are. So, okay, that's awesome. That's something very positive. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close. I think I've been on here for over an hour. Oh wow. Yee. Okay, so just stay tuned. I'm going to let you all know in advance when I'm about to go live again, and I'll probably be in the latter part of the week. Like I think I might just start doing Friday, Saturday, and Sundays live. That's my goal, anyways. I have so much other things going on in my life, but I'm trying to make YouTube a priority, and I'm trying to help as many people as I can. So I'm very much like the co-host Ruby Spacek, which is a huge compliment. Oh, wow. Thank you. I don't even know who this person is, but I already feel like positive vibes. It was a pleasure meeting you too, John. You have a wonderful night. And thank you for subscribing. You are awesome. Thank you. I got a new subscriber. I have to check out Ruby Spacek and Angels. Oh yes, this is just a great night. A wonderful night. Yes. Okay, so I am off here, everyone. I love you all to pieces. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you all in my next video.